We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Tirico alongside Mike Olsen and Jason Myers as a set to get started. And off we go from Tampa. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Mayfield. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks. Allow your team to get settled in. Don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, you made the right move.
Now, screen set up for Irving. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman can get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
It's a Buka, complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Buccaneers first down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Byron Murphy. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
That is brought in by Ibuka. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
This has been a picture-perfect opening drive. You would have hated for it to get stopped there. Fortunately for them, they get a nice run on 3rd down, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Baker going to give it to Irving. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's shoved out of bounds and probably loses a yard.
This defense is doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
On to the second, Buccaneers in possession of the football, as they will see what they can do with this 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Want to finish this opening drive with 6. So the decision is go for it on 4th and goal.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's on?
They'll go. Mayfield. And he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. There's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. Open man, Shaheed. That's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties, make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout.
Here we go, son.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take it on in. Eric Sauber, touchdown Seattle.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Sean Tucker. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On first down is Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man running with them, and they connect. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Check the lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out.
Set. 180. Set.
On first and 10, here's Baker. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now Seattle is going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Third and long. Throwing is Baker. Going up top for Evans. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Reek Woolen.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
Ooh. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Darnold. That one on target to Cup. Now a signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Brings up second.
Now it's second and 1.
The 44-yard line.
Throwing, Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This one from 49. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It all comes back to the turnover, and that's why this is such a critical emphasis for all teams in these situations, Mike. So you're trying to steal some points before the half on offense, but now you end up giving the ball back to your opponent, giving them an opportunity to come away with some points of their own.
And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Cameron Johnson deep to return this. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They go play action with Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Jaron Reed in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
These are the type of negative plays that you just can't allow to happen, especially when you find yourself trailing. They continue to lose chunks of yards on these sacks, and they want to claw themselves out of this hole. They're going to have to protect the quarterback. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and long. Here's Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. So on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. This fielded inside the 35.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play action fake. Nobody bit on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. For the middle, it's Cup. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
That's good.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains. Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Darnold to throw. Looking to the left side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
21 yards. And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
The run up the middle. It's Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Darnold. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Godwin working the right side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch.
And 8. On the ground, it's Irvin. Up the sideline at the 35. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge.
And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now, on 2nd and long.
Run. 180. Done.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. One back the distance. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. In the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll have it across midfield, now at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
46-yard line.
Good. What's up?
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here comes second down.
Good. 180.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Out right gets made. That's Ibuka. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Good. 180. What's up?
On second down, Baker. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Baker to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick, and then likely a Hail Mary.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation. Take a couple of these. Get on with the win.
Now Walker, and he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden. So long, everybody. Here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers. And welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go from Pittsburgh. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers going to put it up to get started. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
On third down, Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on fourth down. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's fourth down.
Now Rodgers on fourth down. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. As the defense nowhere to be found. They picked up 20 on fourth down. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Wingard. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it, so we're able to move forward.
That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Rip, 23.
We'll go back to Etienne on first down. He'll work forward for a couple. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 46. Here's 2nd and 8.
Red on the red.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. 32 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion! Hey, Ginger, tight! Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. This side's hot. Take right open. 11.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
11. These are 24. Hey, Soko, so hot.
Now Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. And he'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Rodgers on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Rip.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Hunt. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Hey, go!
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
11. Silver.
On the give, it's Etienne. Good blocking to the 15. And he's in! Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, 1st time today.
extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are out to a 10-0 lead. Touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Rodgers. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
Back north.
On the handoff. This is Warren. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them. They want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Third and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Again, it's Rodgers. Metcalf makes the grab again. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here's Gainwell. Marked down at the 6.
Tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, Rodgers. That is caught to the goal line and in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Steelers are on the board. It's 10-7.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. Whoa! Past midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
And not only a heck of a return, but it changes a little bit of the coach's strategy. You're thinking he's just going to sit on this score. He's willing to take it into the locker room for the half. All of a sudden now you get a big return. You got a short field. And this offense has a chance to steal some points here before halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Hey, so...
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw is Lawrence. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
It is third and long.
Lisa 24. Hey, tomato. Cut. Sink right. Here we go.
Now here's Lawrence.
Oh, good
Huge
play.
mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
The Steelers take over first and
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses. I really like the job the defense is doing, Mike, disguising what the coverage looks like before the snap and then what the coverage actually is after the snap. And I think the quarterback's having a hard time really figuring out, what am I looking at? Where are my targets? Where's the coverage holes? And I think it's led to some really big plays by the defense here in the first half.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. Third down coming up.
And I think at this point here, second quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A give for Etienne, heading right. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A big play for Jacksonville. 38 yards.
Hey, Ron.
first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Silver.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Hey, Lyle.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job. 6 foot there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kyle Duggar. And the Steelers are going to get the football at their own 23.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Waller. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Room to run. 40. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And he is gone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
That's the score. Steelers 14, Jaguars 10. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
11. Take easy, Ralph. Here we go.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll get about 2. Derek Harmon in for the tackle. We're trying to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Hey.
3rd and 8.
Throwing is Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. They'll get 19 out of that play. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down. Lawrence now. To the left side. It is caught by Myers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Moving outside the pocket. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Ready up. 30 left.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Etienne. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. The linebacker incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to get back within a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run here with Gainwell. He gets free. And a dive forward here. Tack on even more yardage to the end of this one. A big one here in the fourth quarter. And now 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. They'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. This one broken up. And they complete the defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
It's crazy. GG.
We've seen him take the approach approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Rodgers will take a knee, and that should do it. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game. Right back to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the 3 rivers in Pittsburgh.